So let's take a look at the task before INEC ahead of Saturday's supplementary elections. And joining me live from Abuja is an analyst at the Center for Democracy and Development, Mr. Dayo Olaide. Thanks a lot for joining us on the news at 10. So we have our eyes on 6 states where the process is to hold on Saturday. And 2 of them have gone to court to restrain INEC at the dying minute. What are your thoughts on the task before INEC in this kind of a situation?
I think there are quite a number of things that INEC will need to grapple with as we count down to Saturday. Chief amongst which is the voter turnout. Voter turnout, as we have seen right from the presidential elections to the governorship elections, has been a major concern. We cannot afford a situation where, as a result of the loss of confidence in the electoral process, as a result of concerns about safety, people choose to stay away from the polling units. I think that will likely be one of the biggest challenges that will confront INEC come Saturday. The second thing that I think INEC will also likely be struggling with now, it's issue of security. Now, we've seen throughout the presidential and the governorship elections, a lot of concerns about the role of the military and all the other security apparatus that played significant role during the elections. I think that INEC, and particularly political parties, but also the security apparatus concerned, would need to do more to assure Nigerians that, yes, they can come out and cast their votes under an environment that is safe and that is secure, and that their votes ultimately will count.
Okay, Mr. Abiodun, sorry, if I could just...
The other issue that...
Yeah, I was just actually, yes, security is the thing we need to talk about, but I was actually looking at, the court cases that are coming out, and Saturday is just nearby. Now, the law gives INEC 21 days to wrap this up, but if the judge then restrains INEC in those 2 states, and then there's a delay that exceeds 21 days, what next?
I think it's quite unfortunate what we are seeing. The law is quite clear in terms of what the court can do and who has a role to play in terms of organizing the elections. Now, the role of INEC is to organize the elections. And in so doing, I think there is a provision in our law that actually stops the court from interfering in the organization of such elections. Now, the number of injunctions that we have seen issued by the courts, I think, is likely to create situations that is unanticipated in any part of our law. I think I want to join voice with the popular position now, which is basically encouraging INEC to go ahead and organize and conclude the elections. I would expect that come Saturday, INEC will go to the polls, organize the elections, and any party that is unhappy with the conduct of the elections will have opportunity to go to approach any of the tribunals, which is recognized under our law, to be able to present their case. And I think, what the PDP presidential candidate has done, I think, is exemplary. He has decided to approach the court, and I think that is exactly what we should also be encouraging every other candidate that is participating in the Saturday elections. Let INEC have the free will to go ahead and conclude the elections, and you have every right to also approach the tribunals to make your case.
Okay, but looking at the 6 states, I know you were talking about security earlier. Looking at the 6 states where this needs to happen, some of them were flashpoint states, states to watch, like we said. Are you concerned at all about how it's going to end, seeing as some of those states, what's left is sort of like the decider, let me put it that way, between the 2 major parties? Are you worried at all about the outcome?
I'm not so worried. I guess for me, my biggest worry is the integrity of INEC in all of this. Nigerians are concerned that we would not like to see a repeat of what happened in Osun State, where basically, by reason of the role of military that security actually played in that elections, we had a situation where a particular party was actually given advantage over the other political parties. My sense will be that come Saturday, if the security agencies will play a neutral role, and INEC will also maintain the improvement that we have seen from the presidential elections, to particularly in terms of issues of logistics. If we will have, if it will maintain such level of performance and in fact actually improve in the management of logistics, I think there is every chance that yes, we will go to these elections and come out unhurt. But unless it is able to actually guarantee this and maintain its impartial role, we might again actually have major crises in our hands.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Dayo Olaide, an analyst there at the Center for Democracy and Development, for sharing your thoughts with us on the news at 10 tonight.